Well, certainly isn't environmental self-care. Did you know that people who find themselves under financial stress are 13 times more likely to have a heart attack? And you probably did know this, but financial stress has also been linked to both depression and anxiety. I'm sorry, but this is a short video. There's no time to ease you in gently.
Yeah. I want a house in the hills, I pay big bills for.
Now I have a list as long as of ideas for financial self-care, but we're starting with a lovely, warm and fuzzy one. Not fuzzy. It's not fuzzy. If it's fuzzy, you should throw it out. That shit's mold, mate. It's bread. We're baking bread. Making bread costs very little, but the result is always a little bit of luxury and pride. You made this. Imagine bread. Fast forward to the end when there's bread. You made this with your own grubby mitts. Those same grubby mitts that just yesterday you were using to throw popcorn somewhere in the vicinity of your mouth hole as you became one with your sofa. Those hands made bread. They can do incredible things.
I ain't got a pocket. I wanna empty out my wallet. I wanna stop motion.
Fuck consumerism, am I right? We could all do with being a little bit more intentional with our spending. If we prioritize spending on or saving for things that bring us fulfillment and real value, and fucking off the rest, or wink wink making it, we'll never feel guilty and will lessen the burden of financial anxiety. And at the same time, we need to get out of the mindset that self-care has to come at a cost. We've all paid out for that item or meal or holiday that we couldn't really afford by implementing the I deserve this strategy. That holiday isn't going to be a magic cure for your well-being, and if you really can't afford it, it's only going to end in tears.
Wallace and Gromit. I want to talk more endlessly. I want to neurotically vomit. I want more dollars for my mom.
Not only is it cheaper to make your food at home, but it's a self-care activity in its own right. There's so many more benefits you can gain from it if you allow yourself to see it as time for you to connect with yourself and your food, rather than just something you have to do to make sandwiches.
I want a palace in Prada. I want a Gucci bag where I can store my sorrows and hardships. I want to gold plate my finance. I want endless tomorrows. I want a lot more.
A lot of the time, when we've neglected self-care and reached breaking point, that feeling is really just a craving for relaxation, peace, quiet. We can proactively tend to this need before things get dire by getting back to basics and doing something tactile. Indulge in the physical presence that kneading requires. Take in the smell of the dough as it rises. Embrace the slowness of the process, and be proud of your achievement with every bite. Baking is innately satisfying. It requires your unwavering attention, and that focus can be very calming. Instead of trying to keep up with all the directions life pulls us in, we can put our all into just this one thing.
You could give me every little thing I'd ever want, but I'd never have enough till the day
I've had my fair share of baking disasters on this channel. Oh, Dad, I'm sorry. The beauty is that he would have still eaten it. Look at her, she's curvy, she's beautiful. And there was no guarantee that this bread was going to pan out. Pan out, you get it? Pan out. Ugh. And you know what? I'm okay with that, because success is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. Just because you might not be where you want to be with your finances currently, everything you need to turn that ship around is just an enthusiastic push away. Don't get discouraged by where you are today or previous mistakes you've made with your spending. Be brave. Make steps towards getting back on track. Try again. And you will find success and maybe a bloody great sandwich as well. Bread is just one example of an everyday item that we could all make instead of buy. And use as a way to connect with ourselves, carve out time for us, as well as save those precious pennies and get one step closer to financial freedom, whatever that means for you. Remember, take care of yourself. Don't leave it to anybody else.